Hi, well, I'm Austin Vincent, and welcome to Dinner and a Movie. Today's meal, a turkey salad, and we will be talking about The Dark Knight. That's good.
Where do we begin?
A year ago, these cops and lawyers wouldn't dare cross any of you. I mean, what happened?
So what are you proposing?
It's simple. Kill the Batman.
July 18th. Oh my gosh, I can't get the salad. July 18th, 2008. Saw the release of The Dark Knight in movie theaters across the country. And a couple days ago was its 10-year anniversary. So a little background on me real quick with The Dark Knight. I didn't really start getting into films till like a year or two ago. But I saw The Dark Knight, trilogy. Not when it came out, a couple years after, but I did see it. I'm like, dang, these are some good Batman movies. A little dark, but a good, exciting action movie, you know? This is good, by the way. Of course, now I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan. Definitely going to be talking this movie up, but you know what? It holds up, and of course, not to everybody, but to most people who've seen The Dark Knight, you know it's good. Come on. It elevated so many things in the film industry, just in general. I mean, 2008 was like the start of probably the modern comic book whatever we're in, because of course, you know, The Dark Knight, but also Iron Man came out in 2008, the start of the whole MCU. So really 2008, huge year, but The Dark Knight really set a tone. Superhero movies can be taken seriously. The DC movies are trying to take this to an extreme right now. The Dark Knight, I almost just spilled all that all over the place. Oh no. Give me a second, I dropped a piece of turkey. It's all good, tastes good. Dark Knight, great movie, 10 out of 10. I don't know what I'm saying. Can be taken seriously. It can tell a story that can be taken seriously. Batman as a character in this universe is out for, he started kind of out to avenge his parents. And in the first film, Batman Begins, he really does that. Kind of saving Gotham. But it just kind of continues as the Batman, kind of helping Gotham out. And the Joker shows up on the scene. Harvey Dent shows up on the scene. And of course, Joker is just crazy. Heath Ledger, one of the best performances of not only like the last decade, but probably like the last 20 years, probably ever. I'm gonna say ever. Dude was nuts. But Batman's gonna give it up. And then he loses the woman who he thinks he's gonna marry at some point, like eventually after he gives it up. And he's like, what am I supposed to do? He loses everything. He kind of loses not the point, but really the motivating factors that really keep him going, which are avenging his parents, Rachel, and then, you know, Harvey Dent turns evil, and the only way that he can save Gotham from going back into complete ruin is to become, quote unquote, the villain. Which is really just putting aside everything that like matters to him, because the things that matter to him most are no longer there. Put it aside, put away his pride, and do what's right for the sake of the city. And I think that is a great point to bring up in a movie. Emotionally affecting, great performances in this film, and Christopher Nolan is nuts with how he shot it. Of course, some of this is shot in IMAX, and all the IMAX stuff just looks so good. It looks so good. Like you can't top how good that looks. Like the swooping, like one of my favorite shots is like the swooping shot of him up on the skyscraper, just looking over the city, thinking about what he's about to do. Oh man, it's a beautiful shot. It's so great. There's like some of the best one-liners in this movie. What's the difference between you and me? I'm not wearing hockey pants. All in all, it's a 10 out of 10, and it holds up. It really holds up. And I just want to point out something. I'm not gonna name names, but I have some friends who are like, oh, The Dark Knight is the bad movie. It's not realistic. The main scene that they bring up, when the Joker breaks out of prison, and he's in the back of the cop car waving his head, you know, outside of the cop car, just flowing his hair. They're like, oh, the cops should like be shooting at him. Like, there's no way that no cop would shoot at him. And you look in the background, these cop cars behind him are swerving the same way that Joker is. All the rest of the cops are with Commissioner Gordon trying to go save Rachel. The cops that probably are there are probably, you know, part of the mob. So the mobsters are probably in those cop cars back there, and they're not going to shoot Joker because they're on their Joker's side. They want their money, you know. So of course Joker's not going to get shot at because those are his cops. Those are inside guys on Joker's team. So you need a new point. Like if you just don't like the tone, if you just think it's too dark, if Joker creeps you out, like totally fine. But it's hard to say that this film is unrealistic. Of course you gotta be like, oh well, it's Batman, of course he's not gonna be able to take that much of a beating, like whatever. Gotta put that aside, and you just gotta go with it. You got great performances. I've definitely noticed Aaron Eckhart's performance, Harvey Dent, complete arc, great. Definitely the best of the Dark Knight trilogy, obviously. Probably, to me, it's the best Batman movie, and to me, it's also the best superhero movie. I'm at like a superhero fatigue right now, but like, I can pop in the Dark Knight and watch that whenever. No superhero fatigue for that movie. Because like, I think the great thing about it is that you can enjoy it not just as a superhero movie, but just as like a cold hard action drama. You know? It's one of those movies that transcends the genre, transcends the medium. Just a 10 out of 10. I think we're gonna look back at it in another 10 years and we're really gonna be like, this is one of the greats. You know, the way that we look back on like Psycho and like 2001: A Space Odyssey, the way we look back at Die Hard, like this movie, The Dark Knight, is one of the greats, for sure.
And here we go. This city deserves a better class of criminal. I'm gonna give it to him. No! You'll see. I'll show you.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Will you be wanting the back putt, sir?
In the middle of the day, Alfred? Not very subtle.
The Lamborghini, then.
much more subtle.
Thank you for joining me for dinner. This is an idea that I had actually just earlier this week. I'm like, I want to make videos, I want to talk about movies, but when am I going to have time to film it? Well, I got to eat dinner every day. So, dinner and a movie. Smash that like button, bro. No, but seriously, if you like it, cool. I'd love it if you just stick around. And I'll see you guys for dinner next time. Go watch The Dark Knight if you didn't watch it this week, because you should.